You are now tuned in to Hot Topics with Donna. And on this show, we do one thing: keep it real hot. That's honest, open, and transparent. If you didn't know, now you know. So sit back and unwind as we bring the vibe and a little bit of glorious sunshine to your heart, soul, and mind. Your lovely host, Hot Donna, will be with you in just a few moments. But while you wait, go ahead and set an atmosphere of peace in your space. If you can, cut the lights down low, get your hydration on, vibrations on. Cause tonight, you're about to receive some delicious food for your soul. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's about to get hot. You are indeed in the one and only place to be this evening. We appreciate you for joining us, and in just a few moments, we about to turn the heat all the way That's right. It's about to go down right now on Hot Topics with Donna. Show your virtual love by smashing that thumbs up and heart icon as many times as you can. And without further ado, I have...
Hello. Thank you guys for tuning in to Hot Topics with Donna. I am your host, Donna Taylor. Listen. I am super excited about tonight. This is 1 year for Hot Topics with Donna Taylor on Live with DTV. You can see my shirt, and I have some amazing prizes for you guys. Let me just go ahead and show you some prizes. But as I said, this is 1 year, one complete year that we here on DTV have been doing Hot Topics with Donna. And HOT stands for honest, open, and transparent. So I'm going to show you guys a sneak preview of the giveaways that I'm going to give. So like I said, I gave you guys some little nuggets last night so you can see if you will be able or have a chance to win some of these awesome glasses. So this is one. So I have two of these. Then I have these. I have three of these. This is our logo, DTV, Donna Taylor Network. And then I have two of these. This is a green base one. And then the other one is a blue base. You can see the blue. So I have two of these. And then, sorry guys. And then I have two of these mugs. So these are going to be the giveaway. So how the giveaway works is I might ask you a question, or my guest may ask you a question. It's going to all pertain to Hot Topics with Donna. I may ask you where my guest may have been. So you never know. But the cool thing is you will have a chance to win one of these prizes. And, okay, Roger, I got you. So I only have one mug left. I only have one mug. So I had two of these, but I only have one. So we will ask you questions. So I gave you some nuggets last night. So if you didn't listen, sorry. But I will ship them to you free of charge. That's our way of saying thank you for always tuning in week after week, month after month with Hot Topics with Donna here on DTV. So I have some stuff in store for you tonight, but let me give you the word, and then I'm going to bring my guest on. and we're going to get started. So the word I chose tonight is confidence. That's the word that niece, you know, I had to like bring stuff out the bag, you know. So yes, this is our new shirt. So yeah, I had to save it. I had to save it. That's okay. Hurry up, take a shower, and come back. So this is our brand, Donna Taylor, DTV, Donna Taylor Network. So I'm just so excited. Thank you, niece. I love you. So the word that I chose today is confidence, and I chose this word for tonight's show, and especially for me, because it took a lot of confidence for me to step out when God said, I need you to move this from doing your inspirational words on when I was doing my paparazzi. So this is truly a confident leap of faith for me to do this. And I'm so thankful. I've been doing it 1 whole year, guys. 1 whole year. So the word is confidence, and it comes from Proverbs 3:16. And it says, the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. And it says, it is so amazing to think there is only one of you in the entire world. Thank you, Gina. Only one, the only one with your laugh, your face, your quirks, and your specific talents. No one can be you better than you. God made you with great intentions, every inch of you, inside and out. He doesn't make any mistakes. And for that, I am truly, truly grateful. And not only this word is for me, this word is for you, my guest tonight. But guys, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I hope I won't cry tonight, but I'm just excited. So I'm going to get started and bring my guest on, and we just finna have some fun tonight. So happy 1 year to Donna Taylor from Hot Topics with Donna, live from DTV. So I am my guest on. Guys, thank you. Thank you for tuning in week after week. And I'm just so grateful. And there's the man with the plan.
All right, I'm here. You need to be quiet. Stop talking. It's a takeover right now.
It's a takeover.
It's a takeover. It's done. It's over, y'all. First of all, congratulations on 1 year of Hot Topics with Donna. It was supposed to be named something else, but we're not gonna go there. If anybody knows what the show was supposed to be named, you might win a very special prize. But that's neither here nor there. Actually, that's a joke. It was always Hot Topics with Donna. Yeah, we were concerned about what the H, O, and the T was gonna stand for.
Absolutely, because you remember when I gave it to them.
Yeah, I was like, when I heard it first, I was like, wait a minute, Hot Topics with Donna? You're going to open a floodgate of creeps hitting us. Okay,
I know. So, I got so many people texting me. They was like, is this a steamy hot show or something? I was like, no.
That part.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
So like I said, this is a takeover. Congratulations on your 1 year anniversary. And let me explain to everybody why.
You see, I got this right. You see, I got this right.
Uh-oh. It's a takeover, partially by request. It's a takeover because I was the first person she interviewed for her programs, and I went back and checked the view statistics, and I think we still hold the record for the most viewed videos.
Absolutely.
I don't remember what the number is, but it was up there. So congratulations. So since this is a takeover, I want to interview you. You're not interviewing me tonight.
No.
I get enough of that. It's your turn to be in the hot seat. Welcome to Hot Topics with Roger D. King, right here on the DT Network. You like that intro?
Mm-hmm.
All right, first of all, let's clarify some things. Help us understand why Hot
Anthony
Topics.
said Roger.
Yeah, Hot Topics. Okay, thanks, Anthony. Hot Topics with Roger. We'll correct. Somebody needs to go in and fix the header then. But yeah, so oh, he was saying, hey, okay, I got you. I thought it was your
Yeah,
son, Anthony.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so why Hot Topics with Donna? Why not some other creative name? Why even do this in the first place?
Well, when I started doing selling paparazzi, I always at the end had inspirational words for the people, for my customers. And so when God told me I need you to take this in another platform, I said, okay. And so when I needed the name, I didn't have a name. So I consulted with my oldest son, Cedric, and I was like, okay, I need a name. I need something. And he was like, I need to stay true to who I am. And so I have a goddaughter. She used to call me Hot Donna when she was little. She couldn't say Aunt Donna. And so he said, what about hot? And I was like, okay. And then he said, it's honest, open, and transparent. He
So it
said,
was
because
supposed to
that's
be
who,
so at first it was supposed to be Hot Donna.
yeah, well, she called me Aunt Donna, but she couldn't say Aunt Donna, so it was
So
Hot Donna.
okay. All right. Got you.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Hot
and that's how
Topics.
it became Hot Topics with Donna.
All right. Well, let's jump right in with the second question. This one's gonna be a little heavy. We're gonna talk about um, grief for a few minutes.
Okay.
Share with us the three things that you have learned about grief over the last 2 years since the passing of JT.
Um, Patience, faith, and trust.
What about patience?
Well, you know the journey. And so for me, the patient part came for me with having patience with God, knowing that no matter what I'm going through, He's still going to get me where I need to be. Because I had no idea, you go through these treatments after treatment after treatment, and you're thinking, oh, this treatment's going to help. But then when you realize that you just have to have patience with God and say, you know what, I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that whatever happens, I'm going to be okay. And for me, it was patience because, you want to see the healing right away. Even
Mm-hmm.
going through the treatments, you was like, okay, having patience that this chemo this time is going to work. And when it doesn't, it teach you a whole nother level of patience just to say, hey, okay, I got it. I got it.
It's interesting that you brought that up because I'm working on a project regarding my situation
Mm-hmm.
and going back through uh, a journal from 2019. I came across today when I was working on it. I came across the entry where I met with my oncologist and surgeon, and they looked me in the eye and said, "There's nothing we can do,
Right.
but we're going to continue doing X, Y, Z." So it definitely takes patience.
Yeah.
Not only, I know it sounds crazy because we say patience with God.
Yeah.
How can we say be patient with God? Because we're expecting God to do something for us now,
Right. Right.
right then and right now. So
Right.
having
And
that
even if
patience.
we don't know how He's going to do it,
Mm-hmm.
we still have to have patience however He does it.
If you could read my journal entry, you would, yeah. Um, which leads to the second point you made of faith.
Mhm.
How, when you talk about faith, from your perspective, how important has your faith in God been?
On 1,000, because you always ask me these hard questions, but this
It's
is
my
honest,
job.
open, and it's honest, open, and transparent. Um, because I've I've been a Christian for a while, and you go through this Christian walk. You have some bumps and bruises, and you bounce back, and you say, okay, God, I know you got me. But going through this journey, with JT, I had to increase my level of faith, not knowing what the outcome was going to be. And it made me closer to God, because I always said, however he do it, then that's just how he do it. Thank you, Robert, for tuning in. And so my level of faith had to go to another level. And nobody could do that for me. No, people can say, I'm sorry you're going through this. I hate you going through this. But when this walk is personal, your faith has to go to a different level, because you don't know.
How do I get my faith to that level? I'm going
Like
through.
I
I'm hurting. I'm hurting,
said,
and I don't see. I don't. It looks like everything's turning against me. How do I build my faith? What do you say to that?
you have to truly know who you are. You truly have to know who you are in Christ. And if I didn't have him, I couldn't have gotten through that, because no friends, no family, nobody can get you through this journey. And if people haven't lost anyone close, I mean close, like your mother, father, you know you may have had relatives that you love. It doesn't mean that your grieving is different. But when you've had someone close, like your spouse, and you're like, wow, this truly have to be a faith walk for me. I truly have to trust God with everything that I am, no matter what it looks like, going back and forth to Chapel Hill, no matter what it looks like, I still had to keep the faith, because I knew if I doubted, that would give Satan a chance to come in and say, I told you. You see what God is allowing, to happen? So I had to stay grounded and rooted, Roger, because that's all I had. That's all I have. At the end of the day, friends can be there, family can be there, but what happens when nobody is there?
Hmm.
What happens when you're in your lonely place and you're sleeping next to your spouse, knowing that tonight could be the night, this week can be the week, but yet and still you get up every morning, you still trust in God, you still keeping the faith that there may be a miracle, that he may be healed.
Which
So
definitely leads to trust.
yeah, yeah. And I had to trust God. I had to trust him with everything that I am. And that was hard, because, people can say, it's going to be okay, but when you walk in these size 7.5,
The flats
you,
at that, not the stilettos, the flats.
yeah, you don't need, you're going to be okay when you see what's before you. When you see the person that you love deteriorate right before your eyes, and you can't do nothing about it. Nothing. But have patience, faith, and trust. That's it.
What about the person that doesn't have a relationship with God? They don't know who Jesus is, as far as Jesus being their Lord and Savior. You know, the Bible is clear. It rains on the just and the unjust. So if
Well,
we as the just are going through and they're going through, how do you encourage them? I mean, you encourage them the same way, but I guess the
Yeah.
question is, um, for someone that doesn't believe the
Hmm.
same way, what do
You,
you say to them?
I will tell them, because we, we, you and I, or whoever, believers, we can't force what we believe on them. All we can do is encourage them to say, when all else fails, you have to trust God. And however that looks for them is okay, because who are we to say, if they trust him just a little bit is better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Mm-hmm.
But we have to continue to encourage them and to continue to draw them and say, hey, read the scripture, even if it's just one scripture, you know? But
Mm-hmm.
that's our job, because we're not the judge and juror, but we have to encourage people if they don't have a relationship with him, that he's amazing. But I can't make them, know that he's amazing. All I can do is encourage them, give them scriptures to help them see how wonderful he is, and love them through it. And even if they're not a believer, then if I love Christ, then I will be able to love them through and say, hey, you got this. Even when they don't know him, but I can still be there and say, you got it. I can walk this with you. Thank
Hey,
you, Dennis.
Dennis.
Yeah, and so that would be my thing, just encouraging them at whatever level they're on, because you once have to remember, you and I and all other believers, we were once there.
That's right.
Our grandparents or parents used to beat it over our head, trust God, trust God. And we're thinking, yeah, okay, well, who is this God you're talking about? But they didn't give up on us.
That's right.
They didn't give up on us, and here we are today, still trying to walk the walk and live the life of being believers the best way we can. So that's
Excellent.
what I would say.
Excellent points. Excellent points. So sticking with the theme of confidence from your word for the night, um, go a little bit deeper with that word, because with the network and the other things that you're doing, um, you already exude a level of self-confidence that some people would say, "Oh, she's just arrogant. She's stuck on herself."
Mm.
When they don't realize it's just confidence. You're wired that way, confident.
Right. But I have to say, for people to, you want to keep it honest, open, and transparent. I There was a point in my life that I didn't exude this level of confidence, because I allowed people to strip me of who I was,
Mm-hmm.
because I loved them and I wanted them to love me back. But in the meantime, them loving me back, they still stripped me of my confidence, because they always wanted to be here, and I allowed them. I didn't say they, I said I. I allowed them to make me feel less than, made me feel not worthy. But when I came to know Christ,
Change everything.
that's when I knew who I was. That's who I knew. Hey, Miss Faye. Uh, that's when I knew who I was, Roger. And that's why I tell people I'm not all that. I'm just secure in who God said I am. And I'm just walking into my purpose, walking into my calling. Because I tell people there's a difference between arrogance and being confident. I'm just confident in knowing, Donna, you're amazing. You're great. Because my father said that's who I am. And just like I just read, there's only one me. There's only one me.
Thank
So
God.
that's how I have confidence. Not because I'm all that. It's
Right.
because if there was two of me, That might be a
Chaos.
different story.
There would be
That might be
chaos.
a different story. Thank you, Miss Faye. Yeah, and so, and that's been my journey. That's truly been my journey, Roger. And for yourself, we've had in-depth conversations that people just think I'm a weird breed, but I'm not. It's just that I have accepted the calling on my life, and I just accepted that, God, you made me this way for a purpose, for such a time as this. And so I am able to walk in confidence, not being arrogant, but just knowing who I am in Him and loving who I am, loving me with my shortcomings, my flaws, loving me even when I mess up.
Hmm.
You
So
know?
speaking of your purpose, one of the things that you've been gifted with,
Robert said the world doesn't need two of her.
no, sure doesn't. You can say that again, Robert. It sure doesn't. Just like it doesn't need two of us. Oh,
Definitely
oh,
not. But
no.
just for future references, I used to always want to be a twin. I used to want to be a twin. And
I'm glad.
I was gonna be the evil twin, like the one that do all the stuff.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Exactly.
But what's interesting about that though, even though there are twins, and in some cases triplets, quadruplets, whatever the number goes on, um, even though they're twins and they do a lot of things the same, they might
Hmm.
dress alike and have
Right,
certain quirks that are alike,
right.
they are still two separate individuals with their own
Absolutely.
personality and identities.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but getting back, excuse me, getting back to purpose, one of the things that you've been gifted with is is teaching and mentoring.
Hmm.
And so, um, the word on the street is that you founded some kind of girls mentoring program a few years ago. Tell us
I
about
did.
that.
Well, in
All about shape.
2000, in 2011, God gave me a vision. I was laying in the bed. He gave me this vision to do a girls mentor organization. And my response to him, what do you want me to do with this? And yes, I'm telling everybody that's what I told the Lord. I'm just being honest, open, and transparent. I said, Lord, and I woke up, I wrote it down, and I told JT, he was like, oh, okay. So, and I was like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do with this? Like, me, what do you want me to do with it? And it was so amazing that he gave me the name SHAPE, which stands for Spiritual Gifts, Healing Hearts, Abilities, Personalities, and Experience. So I was like, okay. And so when I had it, like a lot of you might have set out on it and be like, nah. Mm-mm. So I didn't birth it until 2017. But let me tell you guys how it all came about to the birthing piece. What did Miss say? She said, girl, I'm about to write a grant to help you. Won't he do it? How? Roger, you see that?
No, she says, wish me well. I'm about to write a grant to help me with my outreach support services.
Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying. You got to help people. So how this came about, I met this dude, this nice guy, which I didn't know he was so nice. I got an inbox and said, oh, I would like to take some photos. Like, dude, I was like, no. Because I'm like, well, I'm quite sure there's more beautiful women than me that you can take pictures of. So I told JT, and JT was like, okay, go see about it. See about it. And so, nevertheless, Mr. Roger King himself was the photographer. And I said, oh, okay. So he and I met, and magic happened. Literally, magic happened. And you know me, I was so skeptical. And then you and I met, and we started talking as if we have known each other forever. And I was telling you about this vision. And you helped me birth this vision because of who you are. Because you know, I knew nothing about this, nothing how to do anything, not even knowing how to do my 501c3. And yes, I am a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Yes, we are. And
Legal and legit.
Roger King helped me birth Shape. Because he reached out to me, I had no idea who he was. But when you trust God, and when God gives you something, he will put the right people in your path. And I'm thankful for that. And you and I have been friends, years. And so Shape was birthed in 2017. I remember we had my little opening in my, and I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful that God saw fit in me to mentor people, especially young girls, because that's what I love doing. And so that's how Shape became Shape, not only with me. And Roger had played a very vital point in it because he showed me how to do things that I didn't know how to do. And that's how she became Shape. That's how I became Shape. And guys,
Praise
and I'm gonna
God.
tell you, Roger's name, for some of you that don't know, with my girls is Blue Coffee. He is Blue Coffee. And the reason why they gave him Blue Coffee, I think because you had on the blue shirt that day and you were drinking coffee. And I had, because Shape is an organization that help young girls to become young women, to know that they are valued if they're size 2 or 22, and to let them know that they should never, ever allow people to make them feel less than. And so now that I'm doing this, I understand why he gave me this. Because I used to be that person to let people make me feel less than. And so I did a photo shoot with them with Roger, and I'm gonna tell you, and Roger can tell you, this was the most amazing shoot. It was just amazing to see the transformation when we did that shoot. They really had a blast. They really had a blast. And
Let's
some of
see.
my girls are still with me.
Mm-hmm. That's a blessing. So let's give away one of the gifts. Let's see who was paying attention and
Okay.
can answer the following question as
Okay.
accurately as possible.
Mm-hmm.
As accurately as possible. If you're
And which one
watching,
we doing? Which one we gonna do?
uh, do the tall glass, the tall slender one. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So whoever gets closest to the correct answer will win this from from DT Network.
Yes.
We're gonna make it easy for
Not too
this.
easy, Roger.
Okay, all right. Okay, I won't. Okay, so who you got to post as accurately as possible. What does the acronym SHAPE stand for? What does it mean? What are the words mean? What does the acronym of SHAPE mean? The person who gets it most accurately will win this nice slender mug.
So while they're waiting, we'll keep going talking.
All right.
So this is the prize. He asked you the question. So if you win this, all you gotta do is inbox me your address and I will mail it out to you.
Gotta get the answer as close, if not accurate, as accurately as you possibly can. All right. So, you have Shape, you have the DT network, you you do your hobby as a model.
Mm-hmm.
What what advice would you give some of these young ladies that are watching you and say, I want to do that?
Hmm.
Excuse me. They may not necessarily be quote model material, but they don't necessarily have to be um, in most cases. Just again, be confident.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, well, I guess I'm talking for you now. Anyway, so with regards to being a model,
Hmm.
how would you encourage those that are younger coming up that might have an interest in that as a hobby or as a
Hmm.
part-time job even, or even to try to make it full-time? Hey, Lynetta.
Hey, Renetta. Um, the first thing that I will tell them or I will ask them is why? Because you and I both know that when people say modeling, they think, you have to look a certain way.
Hmm.
And but when you get into this field, there's a level of confidence that you have to have because you may not be what they're looking for, because I don't do a lot of shows because sometimes they say you need to be more curvy, tall. But you have to make sure you're getting into modeling for the right reason. And that's what I would tell the young girls. Not because you want to be popular, not because you want to be, in front of the cover. Would those things be great? Absolutely.
Hmm.
But how is your level of confidence knowing that you may go to these casting calls and you may not get picked? And if you don't, you have to be able to say, you know what? Hey, maybe this wasn't for me. Maybe this is not where I'm supposed to be. But I will ask them why. Because if they want to be a model or start modeling just because they want to look pretty and, have these clothes on, I would tell them that's the wrong reason because modeling is more than just a pretty face.
That's
Modeling
right.
is more than just putting on clothes. It's an attitude. It's the confidence, the level of confidence that you exude within yourself. Because I remember when I started modeling, I'm like, well, I don't know if I got what it takes. But then I had people that saw something in me, when I started doing it. And so when I was modeling, I used to be like, dang, she got a bad walk. And then I took one lesson with this guy, Evan Page, and he was like, every woman has their own signature walk. And he said, you cannot go out and be a model and look at, this other girl and think, wow, her walk is bad. Your walk is just as bad because when you're on the runway and people are looking at you, they might like your walk and you're so focused on somebody else's walk. And so that's what I would tell them. Be your own individual person. Be
So
your own
talk
individual person.
since you brought up a good point. You got to be able to handle you got to be able to handle the no.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit. How do you handle the no?
To handle the no, um, oh, thank you, Lynetta. Yes, this is my new logo. This is my new, yes. You have to be able to handle the no, Roger, when you have confidence, because the no doesn't mean you're not worthy. And that's the part. The no doesn't mean you're not worthy. The no means this just not for you. This is not for you. So when these young girls get into modeling, I I would like to see more of the people that's having these shows maybe have little mini workshops to explain to these young girls that, hey, if you don't make it at this particular fashion show, it doesn't mean that you're a failure.
That's right.
It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you're not beautiful. It doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes. All it means is, you know what? There was someone else and they chose them. It doesn't mean that they were better than you. But when we set our children and our young girls up to say, well, you don't have it, we set them up for failure because they're already going into the modeling world thinking it's just about a pretty face and about a bad walk. And then when you have these young girls that are amazing. But what happens the day when they go to a casting call and they don't make it? And they've been used to making it. Then what? Then how do we prepare them for that rejection, that first rejection? How do we prepare them? And that's why I feel that when parents get their kids into modeling, they need to make sure they have the real deal conversation. The real deal conversation. It's no different than when you have kids playing basketball and the parents, oh, you're going to be the next Michael Jordan, you're going to be the next whoever. But what happens when they're not prepared with the rejection? What happens when they're not prepared with the level of rejections, and then it breaks down their confidence, and then they're like, I'm just nothing. So we have to be careful. And that's how I would approach it, to have a level of confidence. And that's like when I do my kids' fashion show, I tell them, you're amazing. Go out there and shine like a diamond. You know, I had girls that never even put on a gown, but because of how I teach them and instill in them and bring people in to pour into their lives, that's why they were able to put these dresses on.
Mm-hmm.
But we want
Mm-hmm.
to put them on the platform and be like, walk, baby, walk, baby. But what happens when they get their first rejection? How do you prepare yourself? How do you prepare your child?
Excellent point. Excellent
Yeah.
point.
So, Roger, I guess you need to answer the question again, because we still haven't had no winner of this tall glass.
So
You
the
can put
question,
juice in it. You can put whatever you want, water, or you can just sit it on your table and
jelly
just like,
beans.
wow, yeah,
You put jelly beans
jelly
in it.
beans, really,
Yeah.
with a long
Yeah.
spoon. Yes, there you go. This is the first gift that Roger is giving away. And so, Roger, tell them the question.
The question is, as accurately as possible, what does the acronym SHAPE stand for? SHAPE. And we should probably disqualify Lynetta, because she should know it without even thinking.
And Robin. Robin is on here too, so yeah.
Hey, Robin. Well, you didn't specify any of that at the beginning, so
Yep. No,
if
anybody can win.
if they win, they just win.
They win, they
Um,
just win.
if they win.
Absolutely.
So the word on the street, while we still have a few minutes, the word on the street is that you are about to become a published author. What's up with that? Is there any truth to that, or is that just a rumor?
Well, the word on the street is right. And I like, how you get these accurate facts. Most of the time when you interview people, they get this, well, the tabloid said, whatever.
Yeah, you got to watch out for them
But
tabloids.
the word on the street is, I am about to become an author. Yikes.
Yikes is right. So just give us a little synopsis of what the book is about. You don't have to go into detail, but just kind of give us an overview of what the book is about.
The book is titled An Imperfect Marriage Saved by Grace. So it's kind of like a memoir of my whole life. And it started from my memory from 3 years old, I think, from 3 years old up until my late husband's death. And basically the book tells a story how you can have an imperfect marriage. And it's talking about my late husband and I, but it's also talking about an imperfect marriage within my own life, saved by grace, leading up to a lot of other things. And so it's gonna give you a clear view of who Donna Taylor really is, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good, the bad, the ugly, the Donna Taylor story.
Yes. I mean, and and for me, it's not bad because that's my truth.
Right.
It's my truth. And when you can share your truth, it no longer keeps you in bondage.
No,
You
there's
know?
so much freedom in telling your truth.
Yes. Yes.
But
And
but the
so,
but the thing though is some some people can't handle your truth, so they shouldn't be privy to your truth.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's what it is. And my awesome friend that's interviewing me tonight um, had the had the pleasure of reading it and editing it and then send it back to me so I could do my homework and edit it. And the thing that was so amazing is when you text back and you was like, "Wow, you wrote a whole book, a whole book."
Yeah, because at first it was like shape. How do I do shape? I don't know. I don't do shape. And now 6 years later, a book. I was
A
like,
book.
you actually wrote a whole book. Not a partial book, but a whole book.
A whole book. Robert said he
A
wish he
whole
was
book.
doing the interview.
Well, maybe that would be sometime this week, Robert. Maybe you should interview her.
A whole book.
Uh,
A whole. And and so for you, for you out, for you guys that don't know, I've been working on this book what, a year or longer. I've been
no.
working on it almost 2 years because I started it before my late husband passed away, and how the
Okay, I thought
title
you
came.
started it afterwards.
Well, I did, but I was writing before he passed, like 2 or 3 months before he passed. I started
Okay.
doing like the first 2 chapters. And so how the title came about, we was on our way to Chapel Hill to do our last chemo, because he had made that decision. And I said, well, I said, I should write a book about us. And he's like, what would you call it? I was like, I don't know. I was like, it just, jumped in my spirit. And he was like, okay. He was like, okay. And literally, before we got to Chapel Hill, the Holy Spirit gave me the name. And the only thing he got to hear was like the first 3 chapters of the book, because I would stay up to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning typing. Yeah.
And real talk, he didn't need to read the rest of it because he lived it. He already knew the story. So,
Yeah,
but
he
at least he
did.
read the first 3 chapters. So,
Yes. And one thing about it is he knew me inside and out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So when it come out, don't be like, girl, did JT know you put that in there? Absolutely.
absolutely, he approved it
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
he said you got to tell your story. You got to tell the story,
Yeah.
and the only way you can tell your story is go forth and tell the story.
Yeah. And that's what I'm doing. And so I have a kind of like an idea of when I want it to come out. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. Inquiring minds on the street want to know what's next for Donna. What's next for
Hi.
Donna? Is Donna you according to your Facebook status, you're in a relationship. Well, but we don't have to talk about that unless you want to. But um, what is next for Donna? Is Donna going to get married again, or is Donna going to stay single, or is Donna just going to keep a low profile and continue to be Donna?
Right now, no. Right now, since the inquiring minds want to know, um, Donna is gonna not be married right now, and I'm gonna still keep a low profile. And when God say yeah, it'll be yay, and if He say no, it'll be no. Yeah.
I overstand that one very well, very well.
Yeah.
So, what is next for Donna?
Well,
Faye says, just be happy.
yes, and I am Miss Faye. Thank you guys for the hearts and thumbs up. What's next for Donna? Um, I want, I ain't gonna say what. I plan on having my own television show, Donna Taylor Network. And so when I interview, I can sit side by side with my guests and have my own TV show. But that's what's
Y'all,
next for me.
y'all heard it first.
You
So
heard it first.
um, get
That's the goal. That's the plan. And you know, when you do it how God wants you to do it, and this is how He's building me. So when He prepares me for the next level, I'll be ready. So right now, I'm in training.
so all of you guys that are watching, you heard that the next thing is to have her own network. That takes money. So
Yep.
hit her Cash App hard.
Yes.
Some of y'all got deep pockets. Hit her Cash App hard. Yeah, I
So
said it.
that's the next. That's what I want to do. After this book, I want to write another book. Yeah.
Okay. Have you already started on it?
No, no, not yet.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Just curious, because sometimes
No,
people, as soon as they finish one, they're already
no. I
knee deep in the
haven't.
second.
I haven't started it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, I guess nobody wants to win a prize tonight because
I
I haven't
guess
seen any
not.
comments. So
Well, ask another question. Let's see if we can get these. So let me just show you guys if you're coming up. So you see, we have this one. Doing my Vanna White. She said, okay, I'm getting ready to for your show and we'll be a helper. Good job, Miss Faye. And then we have this mug.
which you only have one of to give
I only
away.
have one of those, but I have 3 of these. I have 2 of these. And I have 2 of these. Green base, blue base. So Roger's going to ask another question, and hopefully I get to give somebody something.
All right. This one should be fairly easy because you guys watch on a regular basis. Who was Donna's special guest on Valentine's Day? Or was it the day after Valentine's Day? Let me go back and check, make sure I'm
Um,
right. Yeah, okay. So it wasn't on Valentine's Day. On the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day, who was Donna's special guest on the DT network?
come on, guys.
And I gave a serious hint already. So I'm not going to drop another hint because then it would be too obvious. Too obvious.
Well, we'll see if they get it, Roger. So we're gonna ask some more questions. This is your chance to get to know who I am because I'm always putting everybody else in the hot seat. So tonight it has been a takeover.
That's right. It's a takeover.
It's a takeover.
So, all right, I'm gonna ask one more question for a giveaway,
Okay.
and this should be interesting. Who does Donna share her birthday with? Who does Donna share her birthday with?
We're gonna
Is
see,
it
Roger.
A, Oprah Winfrey? Is it B, her mom, or C, Um,
Oh, Robin
um,
got it.
that was too easy for you, Robin, because you already knew.
So, Robin, do you want this one? So this is glass A. This is glass B.
Since the answer
This
was
is,
B, she gets B.
huh?
Since the answer
This
was
is
B,
glass
your mom.
C. And then the mug is D. So which one do you want? A, B, C, or D?
Congratulations, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. Congratulations. So just put which one you want. All right. Glass
She said
D.
D.
What was D?
You
What was
have to
D?
go.
Was this D, Robin? I
I
don't
think
got my own self mixed up.
that was D.
This was
That was
D?
D. Yeah.
Okay.
I was
All
about to
right.
say you're
This
gonna have
one
to go
is
back
yours,
and watch
Robin.
on
Do
the
you want
video.
the blue one or this one? Which one, blue or green? So you tell me which one you want. Oh, the mug.
Oh, the mug.
Yeah. The mug is no longer available. Robin won it. Good job.
Congratulations, Robin.
Thank you, Robin. All right, let's move on. We got one down, one prize away.
One down,
One down.
and you got one more to do. One more to give away.
I got 7 more.
Oh, 7 more. Well,
Yeah,
I
7
guess
more.
since you're celebrating all for the remainder of the week, save them and give them away through the course of the week.
Oh, yeah, cool. All right. You got more
Because
questions?
let's see here, more questions for Donna Taylor. All right, we talked about grief. We talked about
Mm-hmm.
patience, faith, and trust. We talked about shape. We talked about the network, confidence, modeling, how you handle a no. Um, what's next? We already did that. Um, what's the one piece of advice, one piece of general advice that you would give any and everybody regarding life?
Stay true to who you are. Stay true to who you are, because when you allow people to dictate who you should be, then you lose yourself. And then you have to be like me and so many other people trying to find out who you really are. But stay true to who you are. Love who you are, whether you're tall, short, you want to be here and there, but stay true to who you are and trust the plan that God has for your life. Because when you trust his plan, then everything else falls in place. But stay true, stay true, stay true to who you are.
Who has been the most, I'm not talking, then don't you dare say me, who has been the most influential person in your life in the last, well, just in your life, period?
um, Definitely my friends, because they see me at the top, they see me in between, and my mom, but she's my mom, but my friends, because they know things about me that even my mom don't know about. And they're able to love me through it. And when you have that level of support, because I can be a piece of work sometimes. And I'm not saying that like in a bad way, but I can be a piece of work sometimes. But when you have people that love you and that can check you, you share some things with your mom, but I share a lot with my friends. A lot, a lot. Yeah.
So, since some of your friends are watching right now, what would you say to them?
Oh, Roger King. Um, um, to Robin, I would say she's been with me the longest, over 30 plus years. I would say to her that I love her for just being who she is, loving her for seeing me jacked up, messed up, no judgment. For Lynetta, I would say thank you for making me see things different, giving me the other perspective. Thank you for not allowing me to quit on certain things that I want to quit on. So yeah,
Okay. Um, I'm actually at a loss for words at the moment. Um,
and yeah, Robert, you too. You know, I talked to you last night. You give me the real talk, but see, you and Roger, y'all give me the real talk. But see, I'm telling you, these ladies that God placed in my life, I'm telling you, I'm trying to keep it together. Y'all just keep,
a different level.
yeah, yeah,
It's a whole different level.
yeah,
Faye said, unconditional love and support on your journey in life.
absolutely. Roger, you got me on here crying.
That was my job. That's why I took over. That's why I took over. So, one last question.
Okay.
What, other than your network, what does Donna want in her future?
I want to be, Robert, don't start. I really would like a building that I could house girls and have different workshops for them to empower them to be entrepreneurs even at a young age, to teach them how to love themselves, not just the young ones, but the older women too, because I'm I'm an older girl, and because I find, because you know, I love talking to women, I love talking to young girls, and if we get them little, when they get big, they can have the level of confidence that they need to go out into the world and do great things. Be entrepreneurs. Say, hey, the sky's the limit. No one can say you can't do this. But I would just like a building where I can have different workshops and house these women and men to come in and say, hey, we can do this. We can do this, because men sometimes don't even have confidence. And then that plays a part that they can't love us. They can't
Mm,
love women how we need to be loved. But if we are teaching and guiding, then everybody wins, because we have amazing men. It doesn't matter the race. We have amazing men that want to start a business, but they don't have nobody to push them. You see what I'm saying? And just like with you and with Robert and a lot of other men, Dennis, all of you guys have these business, but some men have the idea, but they don't know how to get it out because their environment tells them you can't do it. You know, all these women want to start these business, but society tells them that they can't. Their neighborhood tell them that they can't. Their surroundings tell them that they can't because they want to keep them in bondage. So if I had a building where I can hold these amazing workshops to say, hey, come, let's get trained. Let's change your mindset. give them some biblical principles that they can go by to help them. Hey, it's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Exactly.
You have young kids writing books, telling
Mm-hmm.
their story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, parents don't check on their kids. You may have authors in your house, artists in your house, but you so busy doing everything else and you don't see what they're doing. You're not tapping in to say, hey, what are you doing in there? They
Mm-hmm.
could be writing.
That's right.
You could have an author sitting in your house, moms, dads. And that's why kids, we have to get back to the root. Raising our kids, loving our kids, empowering our kids. We shouldn't allow other people to empower our kids. We shouldn't
Amen
allow
to
people
that.
to strip our kids of the self-love, the self-confidence. We should be empowering our kids. And I'm not talking just about African American kids. I'm talking about all kids. We should be
Right.
empowering them to be great.
Right. Final question. Final question. What's your biggest fear? And what a final question, huh?
Um, um, Roger King. My biggest fear is letting JT down. Letting him down because I feel like I can't do it, or sorry guys, letting him down because I feel like I can't do it. When he tells everybody how strong I am and how amazing I am, but that is my biggest fear, is letting him down and not completing what I've started doing. And doing this journey has been hard, but I keep pushing and I keep pushing because I know I have a purpose. But that would be one of my biggest fears, is letting
And
him down, letting him down.
and that's where the takeover ends, because we know firsthand that he was very proud of you, that he was your biggest cheerleader.
Absolutely.
Even if he wasn't around whatever project you were working on, even if he was somewhere else doing something to help you facilitate what you're doing, he was still your biggest cheerleader. So I don't think you have a problem um, in letting him down. If anything, he'd probably say, okay, now you're on a roll. Take it slow instead. Don't try to take on more hats than you need to.
Yes.
Stay in your lane.
Sometimes that's hard. I try to wear a lot of hats.
No doubt, no doubt.
Yeah.
Thankfully, there are a lot of 4-lane highways out there. So
Yeah. You better keep me on 4 lane, because 2 lanes, I might crash because I try to go around when I should just stay.
stay in your lane. All right,
But I
guys.
I just want to say thank you, Roger. Thank you for the takeover. I knew when I said let's switch it up, I knew it was going to be hard, but I wouldn't have picked a better person to interview me, that because you know me. You had a relationship with me and JT.
I'm
Um,
humbled by that.
you see me at my weakest. And
I was like, okay. And I already knew. I was like, okay, Lord. I said, I know. He already got some questions for me. But I thank you. Thank you for being my friend.
You're
I
welcome.
truly
Thank you
thank
for.
you. And I'm truly humble. And I wouldn't want a better celebration than to have this 1 year anniversary with you, because you was my first person, my mentor, my friend.
I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
My
He did,
honor.
Robert. He did a good job. And I
Thanks,
just thank
Robert.
you.
You're
I thank
welcome.
and I will get with you to let you know the date that I want to release the book. Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you already have an idea. But guys, thank you for tuning in to Hot Topics with Donna. Thank you, Robin. It was a
Actually, no,
takeover.
tonight night no is Hot Topics with Roger King, the takeover.
But this has truly been an honor. I'm just looking for great things, great things, great things, even in my other calling. But yeah,
Oh, that's the one thing that I forgot to mention or talk about.
you got 10 minutes.
No, you
10.
got 10 minutes. So, Minister Donna Taylor, one of the things that I remember hearing JT say is, um, King, not me, he wasn't talking to me, his nickname for Donna was King. King, when you going to go forth with the word of God? When you going to step forth in the minister calling that God has given you? And King, meaning Donna, not me, Donna goes, uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Not until God says so. So when did God
Yes.
say so? When did God say so? And tell us about the journey thus far.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, Robin is on here because she's been with me on this journey. Um, so Roger, I think I shared one of my I think I have 6 messages, my father had given me, and I think you read some of them. But I had the pleasure of speaking at a local church, and that was my first time speaking. But as Roger said, my late husband knew I had a calling on my life from the beginning. And I ran and I ran and I ran. I partied and I partied and I partied.
She
And
ran
I was
like
like,
Forrest Gump.
yeah, I was like, nope, sorry, not. And so during the transition, of JT being sick, that's when God started to draw me closer. And that's when I started to really like, okay, all right. And so after JT passed, God was still drawing. And I remember I was in the bathroom and I was just talking to the Lord. And I finally just said, okay, I got it. I was like, I got it. All right, I got it. Got it. Because he's funny like that. And I was like, okay, I got it, Lord. I got it. But one thing I did tell him, if this is truly what you want me to do, and I know that I may be behind the pulpit, but this is my ministry too when I interview people. And I told him, I said, I will go do and say whatever you want me to say. But I said, you have to teach me. I didn't say man. I didn't say man. I said, you have to teach me. And with that being said, he has truly taught me. And like I said, Robin has been with me through this journey of me, ministering the word. And I'm thankful for that. And the second time that I spoke, she came and she picked me up. And so her and I was riding to the church. And JT, I didn't do obituary. I just had like the little bookmark type. And so Robin still had hers in the side of her door. And so her and I got to the location. Now, mind you, we didn't roll like 20 minutes and I didn't see it. As soon as we got to the building, I looked, I was getting ready to open the door and I looked and there was the bookmark with his picture on it. And his picture was facing this way. So when I looked, I could see him. And I started crying, and Robin was like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I'm doing what he wants me to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it. He saw it, so I'm doing it." I I don't take it lightly, because you're a pastor, you don't take it lightly. And I tell people going on this journey, I said, I won't knocking doors down to minister. That's
No
real
need.
talk, because when you do that, that comes with a whole nother level of
Right.
tribulation, test, trial. It comes a whole level of stuff and attack. And so for that, I just stay humble. I stay humble. But my stance is still stance. I will serve him, go where he wants me to go, say what he wants me to say. Even if he say go stand on the corner and minister my word, I would do that. I would do that because I love him that much, and I have totally sold out to him. I've totally sold out, and no one can take that from me, because I've been at some low places, and no one, friends, mom, family, no one had anything to do with getting me out of that low place. Even in
Amen.
death, even in death, I was in some low places, and there's some days that even in death,
Mm-hmm.
I found myself in some low
Amen.
places.
Robin said, and she stepped on some toes, even the pastors. Hey, sometimes that's what needs to be done.
Yes.
Donna also serves on the panel with myself and a few others, Elder Lonnie Stocks, Apostle Joy Allen, Minister Sybil Kearse,
Yes.
Minister Felicia Ellington, um, on a panel called Poking Holes, and that's exactly what we do, step on toes.
Step on
Hold on just a
toes.
sec. Night,
Step
night,
on
night.
toes. Guys, this has
Not
been,
yet.
who is that, Janelle?
Mm-hmm. Trying to get on the camera. Close the door, Janelle.
Oh, you should have let me
Thank
get on the
you.
camera and say hi.
You too. No, nah.
Yeah.
That would have been another takeover. That
But
would have been
no,
another
I am
takeover.
grateful to be on that panel with some amazing ministers. And when you guys told me, what I told you, I was like,
What?
me? Like, huh? But no, I'm truly thankful that I can be on that platform with you guys. I don't take it lightly. I keep crying a lot, but you guys always put me on the spot.
Well, I take it as you taking in what's being said and you taking mental notes that you can write down later. So, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
Everybody doesn't have
yeah,
to get on there and say everything that they feel like saying, because
right,
some things just don't need to be said.
right,
Period.
right,
So.
right. But I
So
thank you. I
on
just
on
thank
that
you.
note, I hope you guys enjoyed the takeover. I'm going
The
to shut up
takeover.
now and turn it back over to the host and founder of the network, Donna Taylor.
Oh, God. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Roger. Thank you for the takeover. I hope you guys truly enjoyed it. I'm just thankful to be on this side because, I was interviewed one time and I found out, I was like, ooh, I don't like really being interviewed. But I was like, what better way for me to bless you all so you guys can see me up close and personal, being honest, open, and transparent as my guests come on week after week and do. I don't take this platform for granted. I thank you, thank you, thank you. I've had some amazing guests from 2021, some amazing guests coming in 2022. I'm just so excited about what God is doing on Hot Topics with Donna, and we're going to go to another level. And hey, stay for the ride because you never know who might show up, pop up, or where I might be. So, hey. And so, as Roger stated, all next week up until I give away all these promo glasses for Donna Taylor Network DTV, I will still be giving them away. And this is my new logo, so we're so excited about that. Roger, I will get you a shirt because you always have to support.
Well, thank you.
Yep, you have to support. But yes, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful, thankful, thankful. Guys, if you have a story, hey, I'm your host, Donna Taylor. Please, please, please share my video. Go to YouTube and share, 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 subscribe, because hey, you guys will see me on TV one day, and it's coming.
Make
So
sure you post the link to your YouTube channel.
I will, I will. But Roger, I love you, my friend.
I love you
I
too.
hope
You have a
everything is well with you.
yeah. We'll talk off camera.
Yeah, we will.
So on that
But yeah, yeah, I will.
you guys
But
have a good night.
you too. Yeah. Um, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, love you too, Charlie. So with that being said, this is my 1 year anniversary. 1 whole year. 1 whole year, guys. And my first 2021, I interviewed over 36 people. 36 guys. And I started in February. And from February into December, I interviewed over 36 people. And now I'm on a roll now. And I am already booked up until April of this coming year. So God has been so good. He's been so good to us here at Donna Taylor Network. And I'm thankful for my team. And we just love you guys. If you have a story, reach out to me. If you know someone that has a story and they want to be on this platform, hey, do the same. Reach out, inbox me. I will be giving away different prizes for our marketing. We have wine glasses, different style glasses. We had mugs, but Robin won the mug, so we had a mug like this, but I can still get more. This is our way of saying thank you for always tuning in week after week after week. As Roger stated, I will soon to be a published author in the next 2 to 3 months. I have a date that I will let you guys know once my book is finalized as far as getting it together, the cover and everything, but it will be released this year. So I'm thankful for that. And I hope you guys go purchase it. It will be on Amazon. But guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just don't know what to say. Thank you. I hope you were able to enjoy seeing me up close and personal, because sometimes it's hard when you come on here, and I've had people be honest, open, and transparent. And so what better way for me to give back to you, to be honest, open, and transparent, and let you see another side of me, because I've always been the one doing the interview. I've never been on this hot seat being interviewed. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Robert. I love you. Thank you for last night. My mom said it was amazing. Hey, Gwen, thank you for joining. But guys, please share my video. I will put the link up to my YouTube page. I already have videos on my YouTube page, but I just thank you. I just truly, truly thank you. I have another guest on tomorrow, so I will be giving away prizes on tomorrow as well. Oh, yeah, yeah. I will get it tonight. So, and Robert, we have to talk, because I have some more people that want to get some pictures. Robert was on here last night, and he is out of Virginia. And if you guys want to take some photos, he's gonna come and from Virginia and do photos. But I have to have 10 committed people in order for him to come. So if you want to do it, just inbox me and say, hey. But right now we have 4, so we need some more. We need 6 more. So with that being said, you guys have a good night. I love you. I love you. I love you. And this is my 1 year anniversary, and we're moving forward. And with that being said, good night from your host, Donna Taylor, here from DTV. Good night.